wingman stun. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How much larger is that? Oh my god, wait. The wingman stun will actually hit now. Dude, that thing was narrow as before. That thing has range now. Oh my... Yeah, I don't think people can run past that. That's actually good. That's huge. Did I think Gecko need a buff? Not really. But did I think wingman was pretty shit outside of planting? Yeah. They changed the angle increase from 45 to 65. Okay. That is pretty good, I would say. Yeah, that's solid. That is really solid. It's a nerf. That is... I mean, the wingman's a buff. I think the flash is a nerf, right? Okay, the flash lasts not as long. It activates faster now, though. Oh, yeah. It shoots faster than what it did. Which I actually think is good. I think having the Gecko flash shoot faster as it is allows for Gecko to be a solar initiator. I think that was one thing that kind of lacked with Gecko, where people would just be like, oh my god, there's a thing. All right, there's one more thing. And then it's just kind of shit by itself. And so Gecko was only OP in the way of layering util. So if you combined Gecko Flash with another piece of Flash, let's say you ran like Gecko Yoru, Gecko KO, Gecko Sky, something like that. The idea is if you flash them with the normal Flash and you throw your Gecko Flash afterwards, it kind of makes it impossible for the Flash to be shot, and it's a form of chain CC. Wait, does the Flash last not as long, or am I crazy? Oh wait, no, it's just not working on the bots. Okay. But okay, this thing shoots really fast now, but it drops way faster, I think. I think it's like at least like maybe half a second faster of a shot. I could be wrong. Am I wrong? Okay, yeah. That I think they, rather than this Gecko change being is broken in rank, bro, I could see that. But I think this Gecko change, rather than it being, I mean, it's kind of like a buff in a way. It's a buff, honestly. I think this Gecko, outside of the fact that the ult is now a 7-point, which I do think is better because Geckos would just farm the out of their ultimate. I do think 7 points is good. Honestly, hot take, if they didn't change the way the Gecko ult interacts with splanting spike and grabbing orbs after you use the ult. Oh, it's 8 points? Okay, sorry. 7 point. Okay, dude, honestly, 8 points, I don't really think is going to change much. I think hot take Gecko ult should be 9 points. I think it's just up so often. I think the pickup time of Gecko's ult util was lengthened as well. Oh, was it? Okay, well, I'll actually... Ooh, okay, that's way better. Yeah, the before was a little bit too fast. Okay. There's more counterplay against Gecko for being able to trap Gecko when he tries to pick up his stuff. Like, half a second longer is actually a decent amount. I would say that's quite a lot better. You know what? Only time will tell with the ults. I still think that Gecko ult's pretty annoying, especially if you can have it up so many times. Maybe 1 point would solve it. I don't know. But who knows? And then I don't think Mosh got changed at all. The Flash got buffed. I mean, I just see the Flash as a buff. I think it's just better now because you can throw it as an actual Flash ability rather than as chain CC ability. And the Wingman stun, you can actually throw the Wingman stun and it's kind of reliable, I would say. So you don't just have to constantly plant with it, which I do think is good. Wait, does the util run out faster too? Or am I crazy? Because I swear this util was up for way longer. This thing looks like it's draining down like a mother. Okay, okay. I actually think Gecko might be kind of balanced now. 20 to 15. Yeah, that's a lot fast. Look how fast that runs out. That's a good change. You know what? Round of applause from Riot. The Riot dev team, you did good on this one. I think this one is healthy. It makes the agent playable, but doesn't make the agent broken at all. It addressed some issues that Gecko currently has as an agent. And I do think good job. Actually, good job. Neon, we're not talking about that agent. That agent is fucked. We just pray. We can only pray that there's, I don't know, the longest hotfix known to man. I mean, it took them an entire year to hotfix Chamber, so I honestly, we might have another year of just people sliding around Apex Legends style, bouncing off walls and shit. So, well, who knows? Did Phoenix get a new buff too? Not yet, but I do think the Phoenix. Okay, I won't lie. So I saw the thing with the armor, and at first I was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna kill Valorant." I actually thought, I thought I saw a Brigitte moment for Valorant, but I don't think the regen armor is as strong as people think, and I think there's actually counterplay to it. I didn't realize what it was because when I was watching the thing and I saw the number 50 with a number 25 above it. So I was like, wait a minute, you can go over 150 HP, and I was like, okay, well the game's dead. But I didn't realize that there's an active pool of armor that's used and a reserve pool. And whenever your active pool gets drained from taking damage, it takes up armor from the reserve pool. But you can only cap out at 125 HP. So for that reason, I actually think it's good. It's a better form of light armor. And I do think it has implementations where it's actually good, especially if you're playing like heal characters. I do think it's pretty good. Now, the things that do it still, Phantom. Phantom will just one hit you in the head no matter what. Phantom buff, yeah. The Phantom would be insanely good against that type of armor. Another thing, the Outlaw. We literally have a gun that is designed to counter light armor. So for that reason, I don't think the light armor being like a charge armor is actually that broken. I think it's balanced, and I think it's kind of an interesting way that they can have a take and change up the game a little bit. Well, anyone else miss? Thank you. Time to jiggle corners when I get hit. Yeah, exactly. And then run when I get, yeah. So I actually think it's good. I think it's good. Doesn't it get rid of the point in calling damage? Yes. If it was an overshield, I'd be like, okay, the game's actually dead because every character is just ISO. But no, I think it's balanced, and I think it's interesting. I want to be open-minded to it, and I think the community should be open-minded to it, just because it's not a game-breaking change. It's something that is experimental for sure, but I don't know. I want to see where it goes. Just because it's a max heal if 125. I won't lie. If they had a heavy shield variation where it could regen back to 50 shield, that's when I'd be like, oh my god, what the f are they doing? But because it's only a 25, and I don't know, I think in order to balance it properly, I think they should make it the same price as heavy shield, and I think it actually might be balanced, maybe. Who knows though? So you have two different high-end options. I don't think it should be more than heavy shield, because in my opinion, I think heavy shield is just better than light shield with recharge. Why not make it 750? I don't think it should be. If it was gonna be, okay, maybe 800, 750, maybe. But I still think it has equal power to a heavy shield in that regard. But like the heavy shield overall will be better in more situations. No chance it's that expensive. You might be right. I think 800 then. It might be a little bit cheaper than heavy shield just because it does seem worse than heavy shield, but it also seems kind of nutty for certain types of rounds or certain types of characters. Like if you do play a character with a heal, like if you're playing Reyna, if you're playing Clove, if you're playing, or actually Clove just heals up shield anyways. If you play Phoenix, you can run that, take a fight, go to 1 HP, get your shield back and heal up to full. I actually think it's pretty good. I'll react to the Phoenix changes when they do come out, but I saw it. I actually think the character would be kind of good because to anyone that doesn't know what's happening with Phoenix, they're changing the curveball. The curveball and hollow hands are going to switch. Curveball is going to be a signature ability now. You're going to have 2 stacks of it. So you should spawn on pistol round with a curveball. That probably means you can buy a ghost and another flash and be completely fine. And it will recharge on 2 kills. So it will be the signature ability now. You can buy the molly, which I do think is better. I think the molly was kind of shit and people only use it as a heal. And as a molly, I think it just like isn't as good. Like I think Brimstone molly just hard clears. But I do think the flash was one of Phoenix's best things. And having more flashes within a round, I do think is really good. The other thing that I saw is the wall you can throw like Harbor now. So you can actually, I don't know why it wasn't like this to begin with, but instead of let's say I wanted to cross this angle, right? Right now as Phoenix, you have to go to here and throw a wall and then run across. Now what you can do as Phoenix is you can actually throw your wall through another wall. And so let's say I wanted to wall and to be like through this wall and cut off this angle. Boom, boom. And I wall right there. That means I can actually flash and take the space that I actually give myself with the wall. So I think the changes with Phoenix are actually really, really good. And that will make the character actually decent as a duelist. And maybe even be able to be playable on a few maps. Who knows? I do think in ranked, Phoenix will probably become a pretty good pick. I don't know about pro play because I think the on is just in the game. But I do think that change is actually really good. Really healthy, not too broken. And in general, I'm glad they actually went in that direction. Wait, chat, didn't I say before something they could do to Phoenix was add 3 flashes? And that's the only way I could see the character become playable. I swear I said that like a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I said that. And it's funny that like they're actually technically doing that, but in a more balanced way than just straight up 3 flashes.